Hello, this is just a quick tutorial to show how you can have this lovely scattering facility using the rigid body physics system in Blender. So let's start with a cone. Right, let's hide our ground and we'll add a new plane and we'll scale that up. Zoom in a little bit. Now in edit mode, I'm going to subdivide that such that I have one face for every cone that I want. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on a side, that's 100, that's a bit many. Let's do a little less. Okay, now that I've got a grid, what I do is I parent the cone to the plane, and then on the plane what we do is we go to duplication faces, and we've got loads of tiny cones, which is very cool, but not correct. So let's apply. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Let's apply the scale. That's better. Now, still in edit mode, if we scale, we can change the separation. And we want them close, but not too close. Now, let's put the ground back. And in object mode, what we'll do is we'll take these above the ground plane, rotate them around a bit, and here's the fun bit. In edit mode again, let's pick one of the center squares, go into proportional edit mode and random, and move the verts. What we do is jiggle them around quite a bit. That gives lots of nice randomness for us. And we exit back to object mode. Now we want to turn all these duplicates into actual objects so that we'll be able to animate them. So we do that with apply again, and apply make duplicates real. And what you do here is, if you see that they've added all of the objects just into the scene, if you click parent, it puts them all back where they came from. It just makes it easier to organize things a bit. But we don't ever want to actually see that plane or render it now, so we'll turn those off. Now, to make sure I've selected just the cones, I'll select one cone, and then I'll say Shift G to select all of its siblings. Now in the physics panel, I'm going to add an active body, and then over in the physics tab here, I'm going to we'll make sure I've got one picked. Doesn't matter which one, as long as I've got one picked. And because I did this before, I know these bounce around quite a bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a whole load more mass. In fact, maybe more than that. How about 6? And then I'm going to make them quite frictiony. And that should do. And then if you click copy from active, that puts those parameters from the active object into all the others. And now this bit's important. If we actually want them to hit something, we need the ground plane to be a physics object as well, so we'll make it a passive object because it's not going to be doing anything. Now that I've done that, we just start animating with Alt A, and there we go. And let's stop that there. How's that looking? Where's the camera? Let's zoom in and see if there's any good views. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think like we should try again. So let's whoop all the way back to the start. And what I'll do is select that and then select all of its siblings, and then with object center set, I'm going to scale a bit, smush them together a bit. Excellent. I'll turn that off before I forget. Let's have another go. And how's that looking? That's pretty good. Actually, no, I think I'll do one more go. And this time, I'm actually going to smush some apart a bit. And maybe rotate them. Yeah, that'll do. Let's have another go. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's try and get a nice angle. Interesting angle. Oh. Stop. Let's go to the last frame. Okay. I think I like that. That's pretty good. Right, let's have a quick render, see what happens. That's looking okay. And there I've got the toon shading, and I've got some freestyle lines on. The lighting's a bit rubbish though. Let's just fix that up quickly. So I've just got a hemisphere light at the moment, just because I wanted to have something in the scene. I'll pop that back down. Let's get a little bit of a render border going. Just so we can see what's going on. Yeah, that's a bit dull, so what we'll do is pop another lamp on, a sun lamp. Sun, okay, and lighting the ground won't really help as much, will it? Oops. Always remember to uncheck individual origins. Okay, so let's get some light from that angle. And into the scene. That's a bit more interesting. Let's add a little bit more light from the other side just to be sure we're getting something good. Let's duplicate that. Point it into the scene. But let's take a different angle on it. That would be quite good. We'll make this a little bit darker and give it a slight blue cast just for interest's sake. Let's have a peek. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I like that. Let's cut and print. It's very, very good. Now, one last thing. I think I'll save that one actually. One last thing. quite important, is that we've still got a physics simulation in there, so you may advertently accidentally rerun it. What you actually want to do so you don't lose the positioning is again select one of the cones and then all of its siblings, and what we'll do now is Control A and apply the visual transform. Now that locks everything there. Now that I've got them all there, I'm going to remove the physics objects from them and the ground, and just to be triply sure, in the scene I'm going to remove the rigid body world. Now when I save that, it should remember those positions for posterity. Just a quick addendum. I notice there's no shadows. Oops. Not entirely sure why, but for some reason my sun lamps had shadows turned off. Don't know why. So I'll just turn it on and give that a quick re-render. The shadows, just help place the objects in the scene a little bit better, so I'd say it's typically better with them than without. And let's just save that. Okay, and that's that.